Hello everyone, it's me Feed with another Battle Brothers video. Today I'll show you how to fight Unholds. Here I have 9 Frost Unholds for you. These guys are tough and considerably stronger than their cousins, the Swamp aka Bog Unhold and the normal one aka Pleb Unhold. Normal Unholds have 500 HP, 70 melee skill and 10 melee defense. These guys have 600 HP, 75 melee skill, 10 melee defense, but more resolve, initiative and deal 15% more damage and heal more HP per turn. But they also give 50 more XP when you kill them, so it's worth, right? Right? All Unholds also do 10% more damage after day 90, so keep that in mind. Alright, here's my team. They are not perfect for this fight, but we'll do some tinkering to make them better suited for the battle. I only have 11 brothers because reasons. First one is the tank. Lots of defense and defensive perks. We no longer have Adrenaline Indomitable combo, so tanking is a bit harder. If you don't have him, you can use any brother with high defense and Indomitable instead. Next we have a Nimble Fencer, a Battleforged Mace Duelist, a 200 Cleaver Whip guy, a normal Battleforged Mace guy, a Dagger Duelist with Overwhelm. This dude build is a bit weird because I have a Fame Dagger that allows me to skip a few perks. I also have a banner with Fearsome, but it doesn't do anything to these high resolve beasts, so he's just a below average nimble polearm guy. Next I have an archer, another banner and another archer with the exact same build. Next I have a Battleforged Greatsword dude, but he's only level 10, so he does not have sword mastery yet. Okay, let's make some changes to the equipment in order to make our lives easier here. First, I'll give the tank the best armor I have. Give the Fencer a big hammer so he can stagger the Unhold, so we can burst it down before it can move. Give the Mace Duelist a big mace for the dice. The big cleaver is one of the best weapons against beasts because of bleed, high damage output and decapitate. It can also attack an Indomitable in the same turn. Second mace guy gets a big mace too. The knife duelist is fine as is. The 2 banners are fine, give them a few nets maybe. The 2 archers are fine, give them as many arrows as you can. And give the greatsword guy a big axe since it has more single target damage. Next thing you should do is to put shields on almost everyone. The fight is very chaotic and a brother can be separated from the team at any time and he will need the shield to protect himself. Your team will be thrown and kicked around a lot. Unhold will trigger a lot of morale checks simply by jumping in and surrounding you, so make sure you bring the banner. Without further ado, let's go into the fight. The way you want to do this is to spread the Unholds out and take them down one by one. On turn 1, I like to move away from the Unholds with my team. The archers just move straight back while the team kind of scatter. Not in front of the archers but to the sides, so that the archer can have straight shots later on. Find the moment to jump in with your tank or tanks and pin down as many Unholds as you can. The Unholds will now charge into your team, kicking and stunning a few people, mainly the tanks, so keep your Indomitable up. Some of the Unholds go really deep and usually end up right in front of your team. Try to burst them down real fast. Keep your archer away from danger but maintain vision on the enemies so they can put in the damage. Next turn is where the fun begins. They will charge at you, kicking and throwing you like a soccer ball. People will fly everywhere. Some of your frontliners will be separated, so pull out the shields on these brothers and sit tight. Don't try to do any meaningless damage since they will heal it all back up next turn. No matter how they try to punch or kick you, you must latch onto them like a leech and not let them get too close to the rest of the team. A few Unholds will recklessly try to jump into the middle of the team, flipping people back to get to the archers. If you keep your bowman just far enough, you can now shoot them in the face while the team smash them in the back. Focus down any Unhold that is overextended. This is the most chaotic turn, so try to read the situation and react accordingly. If you can burst down 1 or 2, do it. If you can't, try to reposition and regroup. If a brother is thrown out of position, pull out the shield, and if the archers are in too much danger, get them to safety. Try to assemble a kill squad consist of a hammer guy to stagger, a mace guy to dice, 1 or 2 polearm guy for some damage, a dagger guy to overwhelm, a cleaver guy for the finishing blow. Make sure your archers have straight shots so they can get in their damage. Pick out 1 Unhold at a time and go for him. Don't try to go for more than 2 at a time because you won't have enough damage to finish them off quickly, and it will be ugly. Remember, one at a time, maybe two. Mobilize the kill squad and take them down one by one. Your tank and other bros with shield can take the beating for a few more turns, it's okay. Don't be impatient, keep your indom and shield well up. If you don't have the fatigue to do both, indom is usually better to ensure you can pin down the Unholds. Since you don't have adrenaline anymore, try to find a turn to recover. With the new buff to Brawny, if you recover, you can usually move before the Unholds. Don't recover when you are staggered, because then you will definitely move slower than them, and they will kick your teeth in. And don't recover when you have someone else behind you, because the Unhold can flip you and get to that other guy. However, you can use this to bait the Unhold to jump into your team so that you can kill it faster. So yeah, spreading out the Unhold and pin them with shields, pick off overextended ones. With the kill squad, swoop in, swoop out, take them down cleanly one by one. Rinse and repeat until they are all dead or running away. A few tips when fighting this guy. Number 1. Orc Trophy. Orc Trophy prevents stun. Put it on your tank or a good battle force dude. Your nimble guys don't need it because number 2. Never pass your turn if you move before the Unholds. If you are fast enough to move before they do, and you are expecting a hit or a charge stun from them, try to spend your action points and wait turn. If you can't spend your AP on anything useful, just wait and don't pass your turn. For when they stun you and your turn is not done yet, when the turn is over, the stun is gone too. If you pass your turn before you are stunned, you will be stunned for the entire next turn. Number 3. Early on, around day 20 to 40, Unholds won't spawn in large group. Usually only 3 to 5 and the towns pay mad cash for it. Your brothers aren't that strong yet, maybe no one has indom, how do you fight them? Don't be afraid, you might not have the defense nor the perks to tank them, but if you can focus them down, they still die. Use some meat dudes with a shield to distract and spread them out. Position your team so that only 1 or 2 Unholds can attack you at a time. Let them jump in, surround them, burst them down before they can hit you. If you get your hands on a wooden mallet early on, hold on to it, it will save your ass here. The meat dudes with shield can survive longer than you think. Let them tank and take down the Unholds one by one. Number 4. If you think you can't beat a group of Unholds, try to lure them into a nearby camp. Let the inhabitants of the camp do the dirty work for you. Don't forget to last hit the Unhold for the loot. Some big goblin camps in the swamp are insanely tricky, that this might be one of the few ways you can do it. Number 5. Have I mentioned that archers are good versus Unholds? 3 archers can focus down an Unhold in 2 turns before they can even reach your front line. Number 6. Nets are pretty good against them. Early on as a tool to focus them down easier, later on as a way to delay them and buy time. Number 7. You can reliably injure them with a Shamshir, Sword Mastery, Double Grip and Gash. Doesn't seem that useful to me though, but play with it, maybe you can figure something out. So Unholds, they are tough, but they do drop some nice loot. They drop bones for the bone platings and furs for the fur paddings. 2 of the best armor attachments in the game. I am always down to fight these guys for the loot and also because they are fun. Congratulations, you now know how to fight Unholds. With a little bit of practice, you'll get used to their movement and behavior. And once you do, no Unhold will be able to stand in your way. Unless they are covered in thick armor and backed up by a bunch of chosen. Maybe a story for another time. So that's how I fight Unholds. I hope it helps you in your beast hunting adventures. If you like the video, consider subscribing. I upload Battle Brothers videos weekly and stream 5 days a week. Link to my stream in the description. Enjoy the rest of the fight. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it. And I'll see you in another video. Feed out. If you have made it this far, I'll now show you some of the candy in my van. Day 12, 1 white Unhold, 6 brothers, 1 injury, no big hammer. What do? You fight. No shields because you need the damage.